We have the two most iconic SUVs with us today, which when parked anywhere will make heads turn, which are a lifestyle statement. The Jeep Wrangler Rubicon and the Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon, and this is for half its price. Let's just compare.
Ramesh, you can't compare these two cars. This is an American icon known for its off-roading capability. This is a star car which will never see off-roads.
Okay, Roshan, tell me, do you think of any vehicle which can strip itself off its door, windshield, everything else?
There's no vehicle that looks like this, is as comfortable and just goes like a tank.
This can go anywhere, and we are in the off-roading. Let's just find out.
The tank that I'm driving is the G-Class 350T. But man, it always baffles me. How can a design be so iconic and so brute at the same time?
Well, it's no denying that Roshan is taming a tank. The G-Wagon is the most road legal tank that we have today. But this one, the Jeep Wrangler Rubicon, and not the baby Wrangler, is something that turns wilderness into playground and still drive very planted over everything.
The party trick of the G-Wagon is actually its 3 lockable differentials for all the trailing arms. And you've also got a 2-speed transfer case. The ground clearance is enough to clear most cats and dogs on our roads, but not the buffaloes. But this G-Wagon was built for terrain much dirtier and scarier than what I've experienced today. But on the road, it's actually a surprisingly good handler, which I would not have said of the last G-Wagon.
Roshan perhaps doesn't know that the Jeep Wrangler has a ground clearance of 10.8 inches, which is 1 inch more than the G-Wagon. It has approach angle of 30.9 degrees, which is 13 degrees more than the G-Wagon. It has a larger departure angle at about 37 degrees. It can wade through 30 inches of water, which is like 2.5 feet. Of course, he might complain that it doesn't have 3 lock diffs, but who really needs that?
There's little that comes close to the G-Wagon's balance and comfort with this ladder-on-frame chassis setup. Every sharp edge now has a nice roundness to it. The seating position will allow you to peek into most first-floor flats. The interior quality with its leather and aluminium will actually pamper you so much that you might doze off. And I can't say much that I know of any hardcore 4x4 that will allow you to do that.
The interiors of the Wrangler are very basic, but very functional. And this red dash adds a lot of sportiness to the character. Now, unlike the sophisticated G-Wagon, this is water resistant, which means you can wash this, which means that you can take the top off and get soaked in the rain and drive. That's cool. And it's been built in such a way that it's going to outlast my next generation.
I must admit that this 3-litre diesel is actually the more practical choice in the G-Wagon. It's got lower running costs and a lower price tag compared to the full-blown AMG version. It's definitely more on power than the Jeep's 2-litre diesel.
Wrangler is the one which is more fun and playful and comes with almost the same amount of power at 268 bhp. With this 4x4 tech, you can come out of any sticky situation without a wrinkle on your shirt, and you can drive over almost anything.
When it comes to being cool, there are very, very few cars that can make you feel as gangster as the G-Wagon. I mean, just look at this car on the outside. People will turn back and wonder, who is this guy? Who is he carrying a gun when he's driving this car?
Gangster? Maybe. But this is the king of the jungle, the real and the urban, both.
And you have these bolsters on the side of the seat, which kind of like cushion you if you're going too much on the left or too much on the right. I bet Ramesh is feeling each and every bump underneath that Jeep Wrangler. I mean, it's super trail rated, but it's not a G-Wagon when it comes to refinement of the suspension or the fit feel finish. Yes, he can take off the top of his car, but I don't know. Do you know anybody who does that very often?
It has got 150 watt charging unit at the rear, which means you can charge your drinks cooler, you can charge your refrigerator, you can go for camping, you can literally do anything with the Rubicon. Agreed, the G-Wagon is a tank. Agreed that it can really build a hole in a wall. But can it do this? Nah, that's something that only Jeep Wrangler can do. The ride is bumpy. Yes, there's a lot of cabin noise. Yes, won't deny that. But it's not that bad. You know, it can be your city car also. It can be a city SUV. At the same time, you can take it to mountain, beach, sand duning, whatever. That's flexibility you don't get with any other car. And it makes a big lifestyle statement. It's an attitude. If you're going to park a Rubicon, people will know what you are driving. People will know that you have a taste for good things in life. And that's what you buy this for. Both these cars are a statement. I mean, they're all going to be parked and going to shout about your taste in life. These are not the regular cars. Jeeps has a history of pricing their cars little higher than what it should be because they know people who can pay for it. And it's an American badge that people are super proud of.
So after comparing both the cars, Ramesh, I believe the G-Wagon is in a class of its own. It's built like a tank, goes anywhere, feels like a proper Mercedes inside out. It's at the price point, it's a good alternative to the full-size AMG, and I feel nothing comes close to it.
Agree with you, but the Jeep Wrangler Rubicon at almost one-third the price of the G-Wagon is a completely different vehicle. It's a statement. Both these cars are very iconic. Both the cars are meant for different set of people. Both these SUVs will make you stand out because if you're going to pick any of these, you're not a regular guy because these are very, very, very different vehicles.
Leave it to you at that, but go ahead and take your pick.